Hi everyone, my name is Caroline Rausch and I am going to discuss with you a software called Padlet. So it advertises itself as a visual collaboration for creative work and education. I learned about this software while helping some ELL teachers with a celebration event for our language classes. They used this as a collaborative platform in their classroom, in their online classrooms, and had their students create Padlet boards to share for our end of the semester celebration. Here's one board they shared. Let's see here. So the topic was, when you imagine your future, how does it look? And you can see here different students posted about what they imagine their futures will look like. And if I scroll to the side, I could see more students over here. All right. So I learned about this and I thought it might be great to talk about in here because I am constantly looking for ways to encourage online engagement and make online learning more authentic compared to like a classroom environment. So what is Padlet? So it's a platform that fosters online collaboration and communication. It is both web and mobile based, so you have it for iOS or Android. And then teachers can share a link for Padlet via email or like in a chat, but the email link has more controls for the teachers. So I'd probably start with that and see how my class was. For teacher and learner fit, it would be great for a task-based language teaching classroom or a communicative environment. And I think it would work well for beginners to advanced students. Just like any other lesson, you can modify it. Modify the language and the topics based on your learning goals. Now the cost. So you can start off with 3 free Padlets to see how you like it, and that's what I did for this evaluation. Or you can get 20 Padlets for $9.99 a month or $69.99 a year, or you can have unlimited Padlets for $14.99 a month or $99.99 a year. I would probably choose the unlimited version if I was to use this on a regular basis, because otherwise you have to keep going in and deleting previous Padlets, and I often like to look back and refer to things we've done in the past for future lessons. So I don't know, that would be my take on it. So let's take a look at Padlet itself. So when you begin, you're probably going to start with this gallery view. It looks like this. And as you can see up here, you have home, which is your own personal Padlets that you've created or saved. You have gallery, and then you have learn and join. So you can see here, you can search by templates, or you can search by grade level, or you can search by category. A great feature of Padlet is that they have videos to watch under this Learn tab. And so here you have one, an introduction for absolute beginners. You have one on personalizing your Padlet, one on posting different things, giving feedback, organizing your post, everything else. And then also down here you have a variety of quick little videos to explain how to do different things. I believe these ones down here are AI generated, but they're all very painless and easy to use if you have a specific question. So let's go back to the gallery. And let's see here. Since I usually work with higher ed students, I'm going to start by searching for templates that would be higher ed based. And as you can see, there are lots of them here. You could do a book club, you could do breakout rooms, you could do a compare and contrast, you could have them work together to make a brochure, foreign language practice. You have a KWS chart. So I actually will just do a demonstration using this one today. I would use this type of chart. So a KWS stands for what you know, what you want to know, and then sources. So it's the sister chart to what I used to use a lot when I was teaching elementary school, a KWL chart. So what we know, what we want to know, and then what we've learned. This would be great for higher level students because they can do research to back up what they share earlier on in the class. So you can click on this and you can see what the format will look like to see if you like it. And then if you do, you can click create. And you can see here you have your layout. So something that each of these templates has over on the right is some little tips for how to use this particular template effectively. So it says personalize the title and look of your Padlet in the settings panel. So I'm going to open, oh, I need to make this a little bit bigger so I can see that. One moment, please. There we go. All right, so now you can see this is the settings panel. And slide this back over. Okay. So I'm going to go here to settings, and then I can title it in, let's say it's springtime, and we're going to talk about spring activities and sports. So spring activities and sports. And then you can choose an icon. The brain doesn't really fit with this topic, but let's see what balls I have. Well, baseball is a spring sport in the United States, so let's choose that one. And then the wallpaper, this purple is kind of bright for me. I think green grass might go better with this topic. And then let's see here. I like the color scheme. I like the light on the dark. This font size seems reasonable. So down here, you can see different formats. So you could choose a wall, which is what this one is. You have a grid, so you can see it in this variety. You can choose canvas, which would be layered ones. You have a timeline, or you can have a stream, so things are like listed. I'm just going to leave it how they had it. I think this makes sense for a KWL chart. You can turn on or off comments, so you click allow new comments, and then you can choose what categories you want based on your lesson, your students, etc. I'm just going to leave them all on for now, but I would definitely adjust this depending on my learners. And then reactions, you have choices. You can have no reactions, you can have people liking posts, you can have people voting for things, giving like stars. So if somebody's giving a report, you can have each other, rate their presentation from 1 to 5 stars. So I'm going to click vote for this one. I think that will be good. And then, okay, we'll go out of there. So we've started the chart. We have our topic. Oh, actually, I want to go show you one more thing here. And then at the very, very bottom, there is a URL. So this is what you need to share with your students so that they can access this on their own devices. So I'm going to click copy, and then I am going to email it to myself. And then I will come back to this in a few minutes so you can see how we would use it. Okay, so I might actually start with a couple of prompts up here to get students thinking. So I would click on this little plus sign, and then I could type something here. So people in the US play, and then I'm gonna leave it open-ended. I'm gonna search for a picture. So there are some pictures here. I'm gonna do sports. See what comes up. Oh, there's some balls. That works. Put that in there, and then I click publish. And then here we have people in the US play, and then we have we can leave that for now. And then I might want to know what everybody's favorite sport is. What is your favorite sport? And then publish that. And then I might have students tell me some other things they want to know or that they know, and we can add this to this, or I can have them go into their phone or their computer, and they can open up the link I just sent them. So I'm going onto my phone and I'm clicking on my email link, and then that opens up Padlet. And then see if you can see this on my phone. You can kind of see that. So I can see the know things, and if I slide to the side, I can see want to know and sources. So let's see here. If I were a participant, I might want to add a comment, so I can click on add a comment, and then I can say, I know they play baseball. And I might ask my students, okay, use full sentences. People in the US play baseball. And then click comment, and then it gives me a funky name, so I'm just going to put Caroline's phone. And I click done. And then you can see there's my comment. And then people can either vote on this or they can add more comments on their own devices. They could also add other questions that they wanted to know. So let's say somebody wants to know, so what is the most popular sport in your country? And click done, and click publish, and then you can see it pops up there. So it's an interactive way for people to brainstorm together. I feel like this would kind of help bridge the gap in online learning where people just hesitate and wait for somebody either to call on them or for a break in conversation. And I think this would really help get past that. All right, so that is how you use that section. And then I might have students go into breakout rooms after we brainstorm what we know and what we want to know, and meet and then kind of come up with sources that they could use to support the information we talked about. So if I found a link on, let's say here, most popular sports in the world, I could then go in here and click here, and I could click add a link, and I could paste my link right there, hit return, and publish. And then it shows up here under sources. So it's a great collaboration tool. You can use it all over the world, from any corner. I think this would be super helpful for people to use in an online classroom to foster collaboration. So here I'm going to go back to, move this down for a second. I'm going to go back to the main screen gallery. Okay, so I think other ways to use it would be class share presentations, breakout rooms, if you wanted to research a certain time period, so you could do timelines. They have games in here. You can use exit tickets. It's a great online tool for collaboration. Let's go back to this. All right, so let's talk about the analysis. What do we think? What do I think about Padlet? So I think it definitely enables online communication and collaboration. It enables meaningful online shared ideas or idea sharing to help accomplish a task or goal, so that's definitely authentic. It's easy to use. It has many features to adjust and ways to adjust the slides. I thought that the prompts on the sides of the templates provided great support. And also, as Professor Smith stated in Module 2 video, this is a great example of authenticity because language is best learned when students are trying to communicate rather than memorize. So it allows authentic communication even when you're not in the same room. So what else it has? So I think it can be a little complicated to learn if you've never used the software before, but I feel like just like with any other software, once you get comfortable with it, it'll be really easy. And then when would it be used? I could see this being used both in the pre-task phase, like I demonstrated, or in a student task performance phase. So if students had to collaborate together and then, present something or turn something in, I think this would be a great tool to use there as well. And do I think Padlet does what it says it does? I think so. I mean, I think it's definitely useful for an online classroom. I think the free one would not be super helpful if you were to use it regularly because you'd most likely need to pay for a subscription. But if you do pay for it, I think it would be a great tool to help teachers adjust from being the center of the classroom to facilitators. So I think this is a great way to keep the classroom student and task focused. So hopefully this is something, if you're teaching in an online environment, this is something that would be helpful for you. Thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.